As a special bonus, we've commissioned one of the greatest magical performers in the world to share with us the results of his personal passion for the cups and balls over the last 3 decades. In an effort to squeeze as much knowledge from history as possible, he has collected every print, painting, or engraving of this effect known to exist. But he didn't just collect to possess. His goal was to learn, and he's agreed to share those insights with us. We go all the way to England to join the amazing Bob Reed.
The cups and balls is the oldest trick in the world. Written about in Greek literature, written about by Chaucer, and is popular even in the present day. I have often wondered why this should be so, and so I decided to research it. I researched it through prints, not through books. Books, after all, merely record what people think they see. Prints are almost like photographs from 400 years ago. They actually record what people did see.
Give me a B, give me an A, give me a B, give me a Y. What's that spell? What's that spell? What's that spell? Baby?
I have researched over 600 prints spanning the last 500 years. I've pulled a few of them out of the collection, so come along with me and let's see what these old records can tell us about performing situations then and how it can improve our performing ability today. Remember, your conclusions are just as valid as anybody else's. There are no rights or wrongs, and rules are made to be broken. But keep your eye out for tips on dress, stance, gestures, location, repertoire, and props. We will be discussing all these items later. One of the earliest and certainly the most famous magical images is this, from 1530 after Hieronymus Bosch. It's a copper engraving and it shows the entertainer standing tall holding a small ball high in his right hand. We can almost feel the power of the trick to captivate an audience. They are so intrigued it allows a thief and his accomplice to steal a purse. A cut purse, the forerunner of the pickpocket. A conical cover is on the table, possibly for the bonus genius trick, or vanishing doll. But equally it could be a hat. The same image appears in several paintings of the period. Slightly later is this engraving of 1565 by Bruegel. But what does it tell us? Naturalness. Look at the action of tossing a ball in the cup, exactly as described by Di Vernon 400 years later. There seems to be a preponderance of trick knives and the old lock-through lips, and the decapitation described later in Scott's discovery of witchcraft. Bruegel also figured out the use of a fourth ball, which can be seen here, and the demon is also wearing the hat which previously was seen in the Bosch engraving. But why was the trick so popular? Well, it had everything: drama, humour, gambling, guessing, theatrical plots, appearances, vanishes, changes, and mystery. But more than this, it was a means of making money. This is a stipple engraving by Chaponier. Over the years, there were thousands on the streets trying to scratch a living, trying to sell merchandise, and to do this the salesman needed to attract a crowd and hold their attention. The cups and balls kept them interested. The trick was used as bait to sell merchandise or services. This stipple engraving was produced in about 1790 and depicts a magician telling and selling fortunes. Then as now, the trick was a hook. Here in this engraving by Burrell, the charlatan is selling potions in 1785. And that's not the only skullduggery going on. The young lady over on the left takes advantage of the quack doctor's grip on his audience to slip a note to her lover. This imposing magician, drawn by Jacomin in 1819, uses a trumpet to attract attention. In fact, attracting attention is the first rule of performance. He performs the cups and balls and other tricks, including the ball vase, cards and ropes. And with hair like this, it's not surprising that his income derives from selling hair pomade. So why is this trick so popular? Simple. It's a means of making money. Not just through entertaining the public,
but as a hook to sell merchandise. Whether it's hair pomade, flea powder, tooth powder, fortunes, or even pamphlets on magic. It sells books on how to do the cups and balls. And now it's even selling a video.
"9/11 Truth is still the issue." And I'm sure that my long-term listeners do not have to be told that 9/11 Truth is still the issue. 9/11 Truth is the issue for ending the wars of aggression that have wreaked such havoc on this world, and so far resulted in the loss of thousands of Americans and over 1 million Iraqis, not to mention the scores of Afghanis and Pakistanis that the Western media finds too unimportant to even tally. 9/11 Truth is the issue for exposing one of the largest swindles in history, the $2.3 trillion that Donald Rumsfeld had pronounced missing from the Pentagon's coffers on September 10th, 2001, the day before the attack on the most heavily defended building in the world, that left the very office that was investigating those missing trillions smoking in ruins. 9/11 Truth is the issue for unraveling decades of manipulation of foreign terrorist assets in calculated strategies of tension that have left thousands of dead bodies in their wake, all directly attributable to the machinations of intelligence agencies. 9/11 Truth is one of the few issues that gives any hope at striking at the true root of the system that has acted so concertedly against the interests of the people and resulted in the erection of a control grid to watch over the populace for the benefit of the Plutarchs, the well-connected, and the banksters. In short, 9/11 Truth is one of the most important issues with which we can possibly hope to press forward, even now, 9 years after those horrific events unfolded. And if there is any glimmer of hope to be had, it's in the fact that by and large, 9/11 Truth is winning the battle for the hearts and minds of the public. More and more people are waking up to the reality that they have been sold a bill of goods with the 9/11 Commission, and that the official conspiracy of that day is false.